Log in, listeners. You're tuned to the frequency they try to jam. I'm BRO, and tonight, we're looking at a man who turned his own head into a broadcast tower. They call him Bob Log 3. He doesn't show his face. He doesn't play nice. He just plugs a telephone into a helmet and lets the lightning out. He's the sound of a busted amp and a bottle of cheap whiskey. A one-man sonic hurricane that crawled out of the Arizona desert. This isn't your daddy's blues. This is something else entirely. Something raw, something real, something that feels like it could fall apart at any second, but never does. This is the story of a man who became a myth, a ghost in a gold lame jumpsuit. We're going deep into the wires, into the feedback, into the heart of the beautiful, chaotic noise. So turn down the lights, crank up the volume, and prepare for a transmission that'll shake the fillings in your teeth. This is the tale of the man with the glass face. The story begins in 1996, Arizona. The bandmates vanished like a mirage, leaving Robert Logan Reynolds 3 alone in the dust. The project was called Do Rag, a two-man operation that sounded like a freight train derailing in a swamp. But when his partner split, most men would have quit. They would have packed up the guitar, sold the van, and gotten a real job. But Bob? He found a human cannonball suit and a motorcycle helmet. He realized that when you're a one-man band, you don't need friends, you just need more limbs. He became a self-contained unit of chaos. The dessert taught him self-reliance. It baked the compromise right out of him. He looked at the silence and decided to fill it with the loudest, most primitive sound he could conjure. He wasn't just replacing a drummer. He was building a rhythm machine out of his own body. His feet became the kick and snare, his hands the slide and the scream. This wasn't a choice. It was a necessity. It was the birth of a desert ghost. A musical nomad who decided the only band he could trust was himself. Assistant, look at the wiring here. This isn't your standard setup. He's running his voice through a hijacked telephone receiver hardwired into that helmet. It's lo-fi high voltage and sounds like a ghost screaming through a copper pipe. There's no crystal clear studio production here. This is pure, unadulterated signal, crackling with static and desperation. He's got the Silvertone archtop in his hands, an old piece of wood and wire that sings and howls. And his feet are stomping out a rhythm that sounds like a heart attack in a junkyard. The whole thing is an impossible schematic. It shouldn't work. A man playing guitar, singing through a phone, and drumming with his feet all at once. It's a feat of coordination that defies logic. It's a testament to the sheer force of will. He's not just playing songs. He's wrestling with his instruments, forcing them to submit to his vision. It's a beautiful mess. A controlled demolition of everything you thought you knew about rock and roll. This isn't music for the faint of heart. This is a high-wire act with no safety net. Then there's the boob scotch, a ritual for the desperate, born from a man-sized pile of trouble in a parking lot. The story goes, some folks were giving him a hard time after a show, and to defuse the situation, a woman offered up her chest as a makeshift bar. A legend was born. Now it's part of the ceremony. He sits there, a chrome-headed god, letting the crowd become part of the noise. It's absurdist. It's chaotic. It's exactly the kind of beautiful mess we celebrate here in the Ozark Futurism mission. It breaks down the barrier between the performer and the audience. It turns a concert into a shared, bizarre experience. People line up, they participate, they become part of the spectacle. It's not about being cool or aloof. It's about connection, in its most primal and ridiculous form. He invites you into his world, a world where the rules are different, where a little bit of scotch and a lot of noise can make everything right for a few minutes. It's a moment of shared insanity. And in a world that's too sanitized, that's something to be treasured. He rides a giant rubber duck across the audience like he's crossing the Styx. You heard me. A huge inflatable raft, and he surfs it over a sea of hands, all while shredding on that Silvertone. It's a guitar dance party, but the air feels heavy, like a storm's about to break. He's a nomad, traveling from Tucson to Melbourne 150 days a year. A man with no face, only a mission. The mission is to bring the party, the raw, unfiltered, sweaty, foot-stomping party, to every corner of the globe that'll have him. Think about it. He's the ferryman of the weird. He's taking you on a journey, but it is not to the underworld. It's to a place where you can forget your troubles and just move. He's a traveling evangelist for the power of the riff. He's a constant, a blur on the highway map, a chrome glint in a dark club. A man with no face, only a mission to make you dance, to make you sweat, to make you feel alive. He's proof that you don't need $1 million stage show to create magic. Sometimes all you need is a guitar, a helmet, and a giant rubber duck. The 2026 signal is strengthening. February in Australia. May in California. The Barwin Club. The Crepe Place. The coordinates are coming in clear. This isn't just a tour. It's a series of appearances. A ghost materializing in town for one night only. If you see the gold suit, don't run. Just listen. He's the fix for a world that's forgotten how to be loud. A world that's too polite, too clean. Bob Log 3 is the antidote. He's the gritty, glorious noise that reminds us what it means to be human, a little bit broken, a little bit crazy, but capable of making one hell of a racket. Don't miss your chance to witness it. This is your warning. Be there. That's the transmission for tonight. Assistant, get back to those shows. We've got more CRTs to save and more stories to tell. Be the fix, Bull Shoals. I'm BRO. Signing off.